Again, I think that the biggest question maybe in economics and politics of the coming decades will be what to do with all these useless people.
Strength and honor.
Strength and honor.
Strength and honor. At my signal, unleash hell.
What up, y'all? It's Devin with Up TV, aka the Dot Connector, and every day I wake up it feels more and more like we are stuck in the Twilight Zone. It's to the point that the elite are no longer hiding their plans, but openly admitting what their vision is for the future of humanity.
It is a big idea, a new world order.
You can't turn on the news without hearing about wars and rumors of wars.
And I know that everybody is saying, no, 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 the Third World War will start. I will be very blunt with you. It has already started.
The current food crisis.
This morning, the U.S. and the world bracing for food shortages as the war in Ukraine rages on.
Or what many of us are calling the plandemic.
And in Sweden, increasing numbers of people have implanted microchips with proof of their vaccination into their hands since the nation announced new COVID restrictions.
And it should be clear for anybody with eyes to see and ears to hear that none of these things are happening by accident, but by design. The so-called elite are openly telling the world that while they manufacture a global total collapse, that they plan to replace our jobs with AI robots. They plan to implement universal basic income, which will probably only be accessible through a microchip RFID implant. And they plan to implement an individual carbon tracker, which will monitor every individual human on the planet. The ultimate surveillance grid. The Great Reset button has already been pushed, and at this point there is no going back. Only the wealthy would thrive in this brave new world, while the poor will be what many of the so-called global elite are already calling the useless class.
In Davos, we hear so much about the enormous promises of technology, and these promises are certainly real, but technology might also disrupt human society and the very meaning of human life in numerous ways, ranging from the creation of a global useless class to the rise of data colonialism and of digital dictatorships.
But don't think for 1 second that the masses will revolt because of anything these people will do, because they already have a plan to keep people distracted from ever facing reality with virtual reality.
The problem is more boredom and what to do with them, and how will they find some sense of meaning in life when they are basically meaningless, worthless. My best guess at present is a combination of drugs and computer games as a solution for more. It's already happening under different titles, different headings. You see more and more people spending more and more time or solving their inner problems with drugs and computer games, both legal drugs and illegal drugs. You look at Japan today, and Japan is maybe 20 years ahead of the world in everything, and you see all these new social phenomenon of people having relationships with virtual spouses. And you have people who never leave the house and just live through computers.
So with that said, it should be no surprise that the World Economic Forum recently announced that they struck a deal with Facebook that will give them the power to control what you see in the metaverse. Trust me when I say Christians and truthers will not be welcomed in this new digital reality. The so-called elite plan to create a digital dictatorship, taking away all your digital freedoms you still enjoy today. The masses won't care though. They'll be too busy being entertained by all the digital distractions they can find in the metaverse. They know that even if some of us rise up to fight back, our odds of winning are slim. They are pretty much boasting about the fact that the poor will die off while the rich will have the option to live forever.
I think once you're superfluous, you don't have power. Again, we're used to the age of the masses of the 19th and 20th century, where you saw all these successful, massive uprisings, revolutions, revolts. So we are used to thinking about the masses as powerful. But this is basically a 19th century and 20th century phenomenon. I don't think that the masses, even if they somehow organize themselves, stand much of a chance. We are not in Russia of 1917 or in 19th century Europe. What we're talking about now is like a second industrial revolution, but the product this time will not be textiles or machines or vehicles or even weapons. The product this time will be humans themselves. We are basically learning to produce bodies and minds. Bodies and minds are going to be, I think, the two main products of the next wave of all these changes. That is optional. Again, and if you think about it from the viewpoint of the poor, it looks terrible because throughout history, death was the great equalizer. The big consolation of the poor throughout history was that, okay, these rich people, they have it good, but they're going to die just like me. But think about a world, say in 50 years, 100 years, where the poor people continue to die, but the rich people, in addition to all the other things they also get exemption from death.
So understand that there will indeed be a complete destabilization of the human condition across the globe. Inflation will continue to rise until we see the eventual collapse of the dollar, which will lead to the rise of the new digital currency, Fedcoin. This is important to the so-called elite and must happen because of the opportunity to now chip the world and to get you to believe that spending the little income you will have in UBI on digital products in the metaverse is just as good as purchasing real-world products. They're already using microtransactions in games to accomplish this, and the ultimate goal is to kill us off, the useless class. But what are your thoughts? Sound off in the comment section and let me know. And because there will be no Up TV without viewers like you, I would like to give a special shout out to anybody who has donated or supported the channel in any type of way. This is Devin with Up TV. I love you, family. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also hit that bell so you get notified anytime I upload a new video. As always, give your life to Yeshua, and I'll holla at y'all later. Peace.
In terms of ideas, in terms of religions, the most interesting place today in the world, in religious terms, is Silicon Valley. It's not the Middle East. This is where the new religions are being created now by people like Ray Kurzweil. And these are the religions that will take over the world.
Thank you for watching Up TV. If you like this video and would love to see more, check out these great videos here. And don't forget to subscribe to Up TV and Up TV 2 for even more great videos.